I see Governor DeSantis in Florida, who was hesitant to issue these a radical shutdown order, was cornered into doing one. And now he's talking about opening up the schools in May, which is the right thing to be talking about. I recognize there are going to be restrictions. Dr. Fauci's right. We're going to operate very differently until we have good treatments in place and maybe a vaccine. I don't think there'll probably be a vaccine. I hope there is, but I think we should pretend there won't be one or plan for one not to be if you're trying to plan it out. If one's created, that's great. So there may be restrictions, common sense restrictions. The American people can figure that out on their own, thank you. And what is the data? Forget about the models which have been blown up. The data is real time. You look at hospitalizations, you look at ICU, utilization, and if you see that rising, you see it related, that's your real time. That's taking the temperature of hospital systems. You got to monitor that so the government and public health authorities can act to take whatever reasonable steps they can to try to figure out why coronavirus is popping up in a jurisdiction or a location. But the idea that, someone in Texas or in Kansas or in Oklahoma should be under the same type of lockdown as someone in Midtown Manhattan is absurd. Frankly, and even in New York, it's absurd. Is Buffalo the same as New York City? I haven't looked at. I have had that on my list. Maybe this can be your little project for those of you watching. Go and see what's happening in Buffalo, or in Albany, or Binghamton, Syracuse. Should they be treated the same as New York City? Common sense has got to be. I don't know. Is there a pill for common sense we can give governors and politicians? The only common sense is going to come from pressure from voters who are tired of having. If you've seen the food lines, it's outrageous. These are people who can't afford food because they've been put out of work by a government, unthinking, gargantuan toddler of a government, walking around demanding, smashing without any thinking.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all the latest news from Judicial Watch.